Okay, welcome everyone. We watched a movie.
Hi, I made them watch Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, or otherwise known as in the localization and translation, Eduardo.
I'm
Eduardo.
still wrapping the movie around my head.
I
Now,
I have
Patty,
very conflicting opinions about this movie, this cinematic.
you said before we started recording this, Patty, you said you have some very, very specific emotions that you'd like to get off. Why don't you let us all know, what did you think of this movie
Okay,
before we do a breakdown?
so this movie, anybody who has watched Hey Arnold should fucking watch this thing. It is both dog shit and one of the best continuations of a series that I've seen. Its plot and story is so fucking lame and stupid, but all of the jokes hit just the right way.
So, I don't really get where you're saying the plot is stupid. What did you have a hard time following? Or
listen, Cable. Okay. Arnold being like the fucking Aztec chosen one to an onset of like this ancient civilization of children who's
Some fucking Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome Village of the Children furry convention shit going
It
on.
is so fucking weird. Oh my god. But it's actually funny and arguably funnier than the entire series of Hey Arnold.
well, no, let's not go splitting hairs. Hey Arnold was fucking wonderful.
I
We'll
fucking
go down
loved
that
Hey
road.
Arnold as a kid. I'm saying
Hey Arnold's a solid series.
Hey
We'll
Arnold
go down that.
is good at times. I will admit. There's a
We're not here to talk about Hey Arnold. We're here to talk about Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie.
We can do that after
Dan.
the Jungle Movie.
Dan,
All right,
initial
so-
thoughts before we break down.
Look, you already know a lot of my thoughts on this one. Again, Arnold is bland sauce as shit.
Oh, thank God somebody said it.
Yeah, Helga is fucking S tier character.
Helga's
Damn near,
fucking
damn
best.
So-
near every side character is gold in this movie.
Here's the thing I hate about Helga Pataki, because I hate stalker characters and I hate bully characters, but I love Helga. Why is that?
Because she's coming from a good place where it's like she's just being like soon as hell. Although at the same time, we saw the severity of her stalker relationship with him due to her fucking
I
baby.
think it also
Get to that.
I think it also helps that like Helga is also like 10. Like if Helga was like a grown ass adult, and she was doing this stalker bullshit, it would be far more creepier.
Now,
You know what? You know what I think does it? I think the reason Helga can get away with it is because her family sucks so much.
Yeah, she gets shit on. She has a very bad family life.
now, I will say this, without spoiling the ending of this movie. If you want to watch it, go watch it. This was your only spoiler warning. We're about to fucking break down Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie. Although, I don't know why you would be concerned about spoilers for this movie. But, regardless,
Wait, hold on. Just
Dark Alton...
hold on, just a second. I'm putting a limiter on my mic so I don't blow out people's fucking eardrums. Oh, hello. I'm yelling. Okay, we're good.
Dark alternate timeline for this movie is the ending doesn't happen and Helga and Arnold aren't linked together like that. And then she just goes on to stalk him for the rest of her life.
Oh, that would be
Dark-
that would be fucked up.
Dark alternate ending is, of course, the opening segment where he has a dream and then just dies.
It's like we're starting this. So, this movie starts off with a dream sequence of Arnold actively doing jungle exploration trying to find his parents. Forget what their names were, like
Miles and Stella.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Stella! I'm pretty sure that's all the joke is. Stella!
Anyway, Arnold's having PTSD dreams about some people he only met when he was a baby and he misses them. Understandable.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. Establish the protagonist's motivation right from the beginning. Good on
He's
you.
got a lot of memories about them for being a newborn.
Yeah.
My first memories don't show up until I'm like 6.
The first memory I had was at my 3rd birthday party, and I just remember it because I literally just jumped into the cake.
Like, he gets downstairs and he starts talking to Grandpa Phil again. He's like, Grandpa, I had a dream about them. I got more serious problems than that, sharp man. His blood in my stole again.
Okay. So I was looking up because I remembered this. So the context for this movie, even though it's been 20-something years since Hey Arnold was off the air, it's like the weird thing that they do with reboots nowadays, to where they acknowledge that it's like modern era, but they pretend it's only been like a year. So
Big Bob's Beepers?
Yeah, Bob's Beepers. Bob still sells beepers even though they're completely obsolete.
Bob needs to wake up and see the writing on the wall, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm happy Bob is losing money because he's a terrible person.
He's a fucking asshole, and I feel so bad for Helga.
He's a neglectful father, a giant asshole. Their mother's a drunk.
Yeah, and when she's sober, she's a dick.
Yeah. Okay, but before we continue, I remembered a specific Hey Arnold episode that I looked up on the wiki and I got it wrong. So there was a episode where Grandpa Phil was concerned that he was going to die because everybody in his family was died at 80 or something like that. I thought it was 100. I decided to look up on the wiki. If we're using his real canonical timeline, Grandpa Phil would be 104 years old today.
It's still spry.
Yeah. In the context of the movie, he's only like 82, I think.
Listen, that man should have died so long ago.
Yeah.
He hates his life. He only likes his wife and his grandson. Like, he's still living with Ernie, Mr. Kakowska, and Mr. Quinn, who, I will say this, they made him marginally less Asian in this movie.
Slightly less
Asian honored.
He was... But it was so over the top. You couldn't understand what he was saying in the original series.
All right. Like, let's cover those three individuals real fast because we are living. There's an interesting group, an interesting trio here.
Yeah.
We have a short, angry dude who taught Arnold how to jerk off. We have Oscar Kakowska, who
he did do that, didn't he?
Yeah. Never. It was in the context of teaching him how to use the machine, but how they were doing it was like,
Oh my god, I forgot that they did that. That's a red flag. Okay, we have an Amber Alert.
Yeah, Oscar Kakowska, like one of the worst characters in the entirety of the series.
He's the best. I love him.
The greatest thing, the most unselfish thing that he ever did in the series is telling his wife, "No, you keep the money."
But you forget, he also went, pretty kitty, would you like to pet the kitty? I would like to pet the kitty. Arnold, I'm reading.
Okay, so, yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Oscar, did I imagine that, or did his wife divorce him?
She tried, but then he told her to keep the money, and she came back.
She was gonna leave him for a guy who had 6 figures and actually respected her. But he said, "You keep the money." I don't know where his accent is from either.
So I looked this up. He is according to the wiki,
Polish, right?
he's a whiny, lazy, self-centered immigrant from Czechoslovakia, which is not a country anymore, by the way.
I could never place where it was from. He always sounded like a New Jerseyan vampire.
So we have like 2 lousy characters, but then Mr. Wynn, who everyone should know the Christmas episode, right?
Mr. Wynn is a fucking sweetheart.
The Christmas episode is one of the sweetest fucking things in Hey Arnold.
So as a kid, I going back in this movie opened up so many memories for me because I remember watching Hey Arnold as a kid, but I have a shit memory in comparison to Cable when it comes to cartoons. Until I saw this movie, I did not remember a single Hey Arnold cast member name until I watched the movie, and I still forgot most of their names, which is why I'm looking at the wiki right now, but I remember all of them. It's fucking
Hey
weird.
Arnold was good with their character. You know who we didn't see in this movie though?
Who?
Principal Warts.
Yeah.
Good.
But he was funny. He looked like a big mean egg.
What's the best Principal Warts episode? The one where he's trying to find the Phantom Mooner?
I think it's the one where Curly locks him out of the fucking office.
Oh my god, I forgot about that one. Curly's a fucking nutcase.
Actually, Curly locking. Before we go back on this movie, because that just made me think about things. Ernie taught Arnold how to fucking jerk it, and then Curly was basically using dodgeballs to reenact a school shooter scenario.
He did.
Oh.
What the fuck was up with this show?
This show is fucking crazy.
I guess it's important for kids during the late '90s to know about that shit.
I don't know. Like
someone gets pelted in the face with a dodgeball, and he just goes, I just wanted to know what time the bus was coming.
We'll get to Arnold mugging later. But without getting too far off topic from what we initially came here to talk about.
We haven't even left the building yet.
No, Arnold seeing all the fucking crazy people who live in his house. His grandmother's going crazy.
Uncle Phil yelled for his wife to get back in the kitchen.
You keep saying Uncle Phil. I made that same fucking mistake earlier.
Phil, now I'm saying Uncle Phil.
That's from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
We keep wanting to say Uncle Phil, but it's Grandpa Phil. It's different.
Grandpa Phil, he yells for her to go back in the kitchen, which is Burger King had that tweet recently, so that's kind of
you just dated this podcast.
Grandpa Phil's from a different time, okay, guys?
A very different time, a whole century ago.
A whole century.
And you know what? I respect that his grandmother doesn't take that shit, because she'll fuck him up.
Oh yeah,
on the drop back.
Grandma Gertie,
she will ruin anyone.
Gertie is one of the best fucking. I'm gonna say that about every single character in this film, but Gertie is one of the best Arnold characters.
So, Arnold feeds bacon to his pig.
It's very creepy.
It's very creepy. And then they make their way outside. Gerald's sitting there. They're going, it's the last day of school, gonna have some fun. Gonna go sit in Mr. Simmons' class. Gonna have all this good times going on. Bump into Helga, who they drop the whole, have you ever heard of cell phones, Dad? As they leave big loudspeakers. Phoebe's there, and Phoebe's cool as shit. Phoebe's always been cool, and Phoebe's even cooler in this movie. But, they go to school. They sit in Mr. Simmons' class, and he tells them about this coincidental trip to San Lorenzo where Arnold's parents went missing and disappeared.
Yep.
And then they have to bring it up. Hey, Arnold, isn't that where your parents disappeared and left you forever?
So, naturally, of course, the class can get a trip there if they make a humanitarian documentary. And so, why not? Of course, they're going to do it. And by they, I mean Gerald and Arnold, because nobody else wants to.
Yeah, last day of school. What the hell do they care? Oh, let's not forget Harold's only funny joke contribution to the entire movie. San Lorenzo, we're going to a Mexican restaurant!
No,
Thank you, Harold.
The only funny thing Harold did was, is it that I can do this? And put both his fists in his mouth, because that's when Stinky and Sid clap like fucking mouth-breathing idiots.
Can I just say, Harold being so downplayed in this movie was like one of the best decisions.
You know what? Harold does have a funnier joke, but that's later.
I fucking hate Harold.
Best joke is.
Yeah, he does have a great joke, but it comes later. Let's get to the humanitarians.
They go to shoot a video with fucking Monkey Man. They make him a raft on the river so that way he's not polluting the actual mainland. But
he gets assaulted by homeless people.
Garcia recorded the homeless break in and destroy the entire raft.
Like, this is my sheet metal. I'm eating this bird.
They fucking get carried down the river.
Assume to have been killed. We just assume they all died. Unfortunately, we see them later.
By river
We're gonna get to this a little later on in this movie, but death is not light in this movie.
A lot of people either confirm die or are presumed to eventually die horribly. Again, we'll get to that in a little bit.
Anyway, Arnold's a little downtrodden because Monkey Man sailed off into the sea and he's not going to get to go rescue his parents. So, and here's where we get a very sweet Helga moment where she's actively trying, but she's having a hard time trying to be nice. So she decides to go out of her way to make this tape. So that
With the
Arnold
power
can go,
of all her previous stalking.
we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Now, it is a very nice thing Helga's doing. Where she gets the video footage for all of this is a secret bunker where she has recorded Arnold for many years.
Hold on, you went over we passed by the fact that she has a fucking spotlight, the Arnold signal to contact Phoebe.
She has an Arnold signal.
Here's the thing: is Phoebe a good friend for helping out her friend Helga, who's crazy, or is she a bad friend for enabling her?
I argue that it's the same thing like Garrot and the rest of the group in the Deep Nocturne.
Yeah.
Where every day Phoebe wakes up alive, she counts that as a victory if Helga didn't kill her the day before.
It gets crazier than that though, because Gerald is also in on it.
You see, the thing is though, Gerald's a homie. Gerald's just trying to help Arnold out.
So he's not just trying to help Arnold out, he's also helping out his homegirl Phoebe, who helping her crazy ass friend.
Yep.
That's what you do.
I really hate that, like, I like Helga and I don't like Arnold.
Arnold's bland.
Arnold is just like white bread.
See, he has to be this way so the other characters can stand out.
Yeah, that's true. Because there's so many, like, fun Hey Arnold characters.
It's the same thing with, like, Lincoln Loud and Loud House. The other characters have to be wacky and he has to be bland.
At least Arnold is nice. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's got that going for him. He's just a nice dude.
Good person.
One could say he has the heart of gold.
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck you. We'll get to that. We'll get to that bullshit.
But they make the tape. They show, like, they get it all set up, and they do like a screening on the roof of like the fucking place Arnold lives. And again, really good Grandpa Phil line. Where it's like, oh, some people came here to see you, short man. Oh, who came by? I don't know. I just work here.
The screening on the roof. We get to see all the people that Arnold has helped throughout the entirety of the series. Monkey Man.
We get Monkey Man. We get Stoop Kid, who's kind of fucking insane.
Yeah, he loves to harass people from anywhere on the globe.
Now, I like to consider this next person a hallucination, but you do see Pigeon Man. I'm pretty sure Pigeon Man's dead, and Arnold's just, like, they just filmed Pigeon Man's grave for 5 minutes, and Arnold's
the only one seeing a man talk to him. Everyone else is like, oh, poor Pigeon Man.
Oh, man. This is really fucked up. I don't know why we put his grave in the, motivational documentary, but it's making Arnold feel better.
The Pigeon Man scene was filmed post-mortem.
This is where we get the one.
Arnold. Wait. Let's hold back here. We saw Pigeon Man at Notre Dame, right? So obviously away from New York City.
He flapped his arms really hard and got there.
So if we're going with this theory that wasn't like actually Pigeon Man and Arnold hallucinated it, that's Arnold's personal headcanon that Pigeon Man left to France, when in reality he just fucking like died on the street corner after getting mugged by a crackhead.
Have you seen Arnold's head? Like the shape of his head.
What?
Batty,
he's not right.
He didn't die from like getting mugged by a crackhead. He watched Pigeon Man jump off the roof of his building.
Did
that did happen, didn't it?
Harold destroyed his bird sanctuary because he's an asshole.
That's right! Oh!
And when they went up there, what Arnold sees is Pigeon Man leap off the roof and fly into the sun. But what he probably saw was Pigeon Man leap off the roof.
I forgot about that!
Yeah, no, he's fucking dead.
And it's Harold's fault. Harold's responsible for him being...
Hey, okay.
This is why he's eating himself to death, Cable.
So, we know that... like Grandma Gertie, like hallucination, mental disorders run the family, right?
Yes.
Oh my God. Are you saying Arnold just has like young onset dementia?
I think he's a schizophrenic, but it's like it's tied towards Gertie's dementia.
I blame the raspberries and the pop music.
It could be that, and then maybe losing his parents like accelerated it.
Oh, he dreams about them every night.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
That's like some PTSD shit.
Yeah, Arnold got like we joked about Ron Weasley when we watched Harry Potter. Arnold's like one bad sound away from killing birds on the sidewalk.
he pulls a Dennis Reynolds. He just like snapping crows' necks.
Fucking Arnold. Oh my god, but
You get
Harold's best joke, which is, "I was a one-dimensional character until
Yes!
Arnold showed up."
That's the best line. That's the best joke in the movie.
Also, I want to bring this up because we all noticed this and it was uncomfortable for everybody.
The Jolly Ollie
The
man.
Jolly Ollie man there.
Yeah. He was supporting Arnold. Why?
I secretly believe it was because he wanted Arnold happy because children meat doesn't taste as good when they're sad. You need to keep your livestock happy. The Jolly Ollie man eats children, and don't tell me he doesn't.
I always like that any time that he smiles, it's really forced and cracked, and he sweats horribly and his eye twitches.
I think the people who animated this movie just forgot who he was and then put it in there.
It's like the most evil character in all of Hey Arnold.
Like, there's that one deleted scene in Hey Arnold where the Jolly Ollie man is it's a full 12-minute episode. He's just running kids down on the sidewalk, and they never address it.
Isn't this one that like he likes Harold because he's like, a fat kid brings me profits?
Oh no, he had the meanest line to fucking Harold, and I remember this shit because I was like, damn, Arnold. Fucking Harold's eating a whole bunch of fudge pops, and he's like, oh, look at you. If I had 100 of you, I could retire in a year. Ain't that right, fat boy? Go ahead, eat piggy. And I'm not fucking joking.
Hey Arnold, give no fucks. Cartoon gave no fucks.
Hey Arnold gave no fucks. Like, don't forget Grandpa's infamous line where Arnold's like, oh, Grandpa, do you remember what it was like when you were young? Not since Woodstock, short man. Anyway.
Yeah,
naturally, of course, Arnold wins the prize to San Lorenzo.
Yep.
Instantly. Fucking instantaneously.
We get a scene of some creepy motherfucker who finds that his head is shaped like a football, and we hear maniacal laughter.
Dan,
that's where the movie takes a fucking turn.
Dan, him winning instantly is explained later in the film. Just so you don't.
Of course, it's explained later. But they were on the roof.
Okay, fair enough. But fuck you.
Roof. We were just watching the newly made tape, and Simmons is like, "You know what, Arnold? We're going to San Lorenzo. I love Mexican food."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So they're all getting geared up at the airport. Grandpa has a good scene with Arnold just warning him about diseases.
You're gonna get syphilis, short man. Syphilis.
We forgot a very important plot point before they go to the airport.
Oh yeah.
One, Arnold signs his passport, so we learned his name is Short Man.
Yes.
And two, Arnold gets the stapler. That'll come in handy later on, folks. We'll explain to you what happens.
We know what you can do with staplers because Tombo, yeah.
Cable, you have made staplers very important to us.
Listen, alright, Tombo is a very powerful character.
I can't believe we did that stupid thing even before watching this.
Dan, you know what's sad?
What?
By the rate this podcast is going, it's going to be way longer than the Transformers Armada podcast you did.
Oh, it's okay. There's a lot of things that we can gloss over with the movie.
Yeah, no, a good portion of them, like we covered the first half hour of the movie.
Wait. Should we talk about Olga yet?
Oh yeah, Olga is there at the airport.
What? Olga, Helga's sister, is at the airport. She's a chaperone.
Yo, I swear to God, I canonically believe Olga has to wear skirts simply because she needs quick access. She is, and I'm not shaming anybody. If that's what you do, that's what you do. More power to you. I wish I could, to be completely honest with you. I'm just unlucky. Olga is the only thing I can think of is she's a whorito.
Yeah, she's an unrepentant whore.
Okay. Respectfully, like in the most respectful way possible, she is actually a whore, though.
Yeah, and I don't mean she's promiscuous. I don't mean that she, like, likes to sleep around. I mean, she's... Like, I have to spoil it to explain this a little bit. They were villains! She just didn't care. She was doing it with everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, there was no interest. There'll be 3 dudes on a riverboat later on, and she doesn't fall in love with one of them. Olga's working all 3 probably at once.
Like, she is milking them for all they're worth, and that is
her purpose in the film.
It's in a very literal sense.
Her purpose in the film is to distract men by having potentially having sex with them. Now,
no potential. It happened on the boat.
Okay, there might have been scenes where Olga just mysteriously vanished with a very muscular dude, like around her arm, but.
Around her arm, around her waist. Listen, I have nothing against... No, I have a lot against Olga. Fuck that. I just don't like Olga.
Yeah, Olga's an awful character.
I don't like her voice. I don't like that. Baby
sister.
Why are you so mean? I fucking hate you, Olga.
Hey, you know what? Again, we have to look towards the parents. Look at her mother.
Oh, look at her father.
Big Bob coddled her and Miriam was too drunk.
Also, when Miriam is sober, how many dudes could she have gotten?
Well, Miriam's hot. We can't deny that.
Yeah.
When she became the beeper queen, how many dudes were around her?
No, that does seem to be a thing. You know what? Good on Helga. She seems like she'll grow up to be a rational, like, well-adjusted person.
Yeah.
But not until after this movie.
No.
Yeah.
Right now, she's fucking insane. But later on in life, she'll be better.
And I would even attribute her insanity to, like, her insanity is also in tandem with Arnold's obliviousness. There's a certain point where he should have noticed.
Okay, wait. Let's... Okay, so we can probably trace Helga's, like, very, like, disgusting obsession with Arnold, probably to the fact that, like, her parents do not give a fuck about her. So she's wanting attention from an outside source, which just happens to be Arnold.
No, do you remember the origin of her crush for him, Maddie?
No, I don't.
So it was a long time ago when Olga still lived in the house and Helga was in preschool.
Yeah.
And Bob and Miriam were supposed to take her and it was raining outside. She had to go to preschool. And she kept saying, I gotta go to preschool. And they were not paying attention to her and just were like, oh, we love Olga, we love Olga. So she grabbed her little lunchbox and walked herself to preschool, where she subsequently fell in the mud. A dog stole her lunch and it was cold and she was stuck outside. And the only person who stopped to even help her was Arnold, who was in her class. And he said, oh, I like your bow. And she was like, wow, he's nice. I like him. And then when she was sort of like sitting with him at lunch, everybody started making fun of her the way kids do. So because she was tired of like getting treated like that, she got defensive and angry.
Wait. So you're saying Hey Arnold's a smart show?
That's the origin of Helga's crush on Arnold.
What the fuck?
She likes him because he's always nice to her, and he kind of treats her like and actually pays attention to her.
Again, Arnold's only redeeming factor is that he is very nice.
And he's consistently pretty nice to her throughout the series.
Yeah, even when she's a dick.
She genuinely appreciates it.
Yeah.
Like, there are points where she does like go out of her way to do things for Arnold. And
Like
doesn't
the
even
Christmas episode.
Yeah, and she doesn't even tell him half the time.
Yep. Helga Pataki is solely a product of her society.
Mm-hmm. And we should watch that episode, Maddie, so you can see it, because it is genuinely...
I'm probably going to actually go and rewatch Arnold after this, because I forgot how much I liked the show as a kid.
It's a super sad episode, because she is, like, crying and sitting in the mud after, like, she's had... And she could only be, like, 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And her parents don't even know that she was gone. She just left the front door.
They don't even know her name!
Yeah.
But... So,
Yeah,
when you want to compare Helga to Olga. Olga's terrible. Helga's wonderful.
Helga is probably my favorite Arnold character looking back on it. Like,
Oh no, Helga is like absolutely top
she
tier.
was so fucking good in this movie. Like, holy shit.
Like, even going, so just so we don't like dawdle too long.
We
with a lot
don't
of
have
stuff,
to rush through this, Cable. We can.
We're not rushing through it, but we're gonna get sidetracked talking about all of Hey Arnold instead of this
Wait,
weird.
this can be the Hey Arnold and the Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie podcast. I don't
Yeah,
give a
this
fuck.
Movie's also the appreciation of all the side characters.
No,
Look
what?
what happened to
Hey,
Rhonda
Arnold-
in this movie.
Fuck
You see
Rhonda.
her eyebrows. I did you ever see her eyebrows in the series?
No,
Probably
you-
like once or maybe.
That's like
once
saying,
or
do you
twice.
see the top of Sid's head?
Yeah, it was so fucking weird because throughout the entire movie, okay, so in like the opening scene, I forgot what happens, but something like blows her hair up, and throughout the entire rest of the movie, you see
humidity.
it's humidity. You see her eyebrows.
Can I talk about a side character right now?
Yes.
Which one? Which you got?
I never realized how much Nadine was the shit.
Nadine. Okay, there are specific episodes with Nadine that are wonderful.
Nadine was fucking clutch in this movie. She killed like 2 dudes with spiders.
So,
Yeah.
Cable, do you recall the episode where Helga had the like the voucher things to go on a dinner date, and it's her, Phoebe, Gerald, and Arnold, and then she realizes, oh shit, it only covers one person, and they're stuck there with the bill. So they call in Nadine to bring a bunch of bugs to get them out of there.
Oh my god. Nadine is systematically the most clutch character and she was having a good time in the jungle too. She liked
was.
collecting the bugs and doing all that.
Again, like she probably did kill those 2 guys.
Probably.
They're dead
did.
now.
You know for a fact Curly killed somebody.
I was pretty sure Helga killed like the. We're getting our heads ahead of ourselves. Let's. So
We gotta talk about the infamous Lost Eduardo when they go to his apartment in San Lorenzo when they get there off of the plane because Mr. Simmons, their teacher, allows 2 10-year-old boys to wander around South America with no guidance.
okay, so
But they had a pig.
I just want to say, the first person in San Lorenzo that they meet, named Eduardo, instantly introduces himself as, "Oh hey Arnold, I am best friends with your parents."
It never me. It's Eduardo. We never met. I'm best friends with your parents. You know, the ones who were lost and left you all alone in the world.
Why do you know all this? Best
Get
friends!
in the boat, Arnold.
Get in the boat, gringo. We have things to do.
Look, mysterious treasure that glows only when you touch it. You are the chosen one.
Child of the volcano.
The green eyes. They welcome you, Arnold.
I hate that so much. This movie actively gave me a fucking aneurysm when I watched it by myself the first time because I was like, oh, hey Arnold movie. This is gonna be pretty fun. I love Hey Arnold. I bet you the movie.
The plot's the stupidest fucking thing ever.
The plot is stupid. The jokes are golden.
You know what this is, right?
I'm gonna.
The plot is just Lord of the Rings.
I remember. So, do you guys remember anything from the first Arnold movie?
I remember them stopping that big bus.
I remember grandma. They were telling Arnold that his grandmother could have got out of jail at any point if she just stopped trying to break out.
I just like I don't remember anything from that film, and fair enough. I don't remember a lot of things like cartoons from my childhood. I remembered a lot just watching this movie and being like, oh hey, I remember the episode that character was in. That was super sad but also cool at the same time. I really like Arnold. But yeah, the actual plot of the movie is stupid.
Yeah, the plot of the movie is stupid. See, also, we didn't get to talk about this, but I want to just bring this out there. This movie bothers me for one very specific reason.
Okay.
It doesn't have the weird dirtiness the original Hey Arnold has. I don't like the color.
Yeah.
I miss the grunge.
Well, see, that's the thing, because like it took place in New York City, so it's scummy. It's like New York scum.
Far too clean.
It's like modern day New York versus like New York back in the 90s, which was probably far scummier.
You're gonna fight river pirates called La Sombra's gang. La Sombra.
Oh,
So let's get to the river pirates.
Yeah.
We're on the boat.
Yep. By the way, earlier in the movie, they prefaced that like they went missing after they had an encounter with the river pirates, like Arnold's parents.
The evil river pirate La Sombra will come and tickle you in your sleep, Arnold.
Wow.
I gotta say, it was when you get to the boat that you see Olga in full thirst mode, where it's like Mr. Simmons like, Olga, make sure you're taking care of the kids. Oh, don't worry, Mr. Simmons. Oh my God, there's 8 of them.
So the scene drags out to where she is looking at every single one of the crew members. We're all muscular men with like exposed pectorals and everything.
And she's just running up like smearing whipped cream all over them. In a way, she's a more extreme version of Helga. She kind of has Helga's weird psychosis with that type of thing, except she's just all over the place.
Okay, but
again,
okay, listen. Helga is wholesome about it because she's a romantic. She's like a very well in tuned like she could write poetry and sonnets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Olga is just a whore.
The thing is, again, it's all Big Bob's fault.
Yes.
Because he showered her with attention so much, she can't handle not having attention.
Yes.
There was
So
that
she
whole
get it
thing that she
anywhere
got a
she
B on
find
her
it.
report card in one of the episodes, and she went into a spiraling depression. Because if she's not perfect, she basically turns into Miriam.
Oh.
Who's been asleep on the couch the whole time up until this point.
After having one of her smoothies.
Yeah, it's just a Vicodin. It's a Vicodin shake.
It's a Vicodin
bunch
shake
of
and a
other-
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, a pill cocktail.
It's a kerosene teeny.
It's a martini with good kerosene. Yeah, I'll have 14 of them.
Big Bob is... Let's just talk about Hey Arnold parents for a second.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of parents in Hey Arnold that I don't like. Like, I don't like the Patakis.
No.
I don't like Harold's parents.
No.
I don't like Gerald's parents.
No.
Okay. Go on.
Go ahead. The only one I like is Lila's dad.
Huh. I didn't even think about that guy.
Who's Lila's dad again?
So you know the girl in like the gingham dress with the red pigtails?
Yeah.
Arnold had a crush on her for a long time.
Yes.
So her dad works as hard as he can because they're an extremely poor family, and he tries just as hard as he can to make sure he can keep a job for her so that they can eat. And he's a very good dad. He works as hard as he can, but he never stops to like he always stops to make sure he shows Lila that he still does love her and he's sorry that he can't give her better.
That's pretty good.
He's a great dad.
What about Stinky's dad?
Does Stinky have parents?
He did. Stinky has a father. Remember when he built when he grew the biggest pumpkin?
I remember that. I don't remember his dad. I was pretty sure Stinky just kind of like lives under Sid's porch.
It's just a slightly taller Stinky with a mustache.
So I mentioned this briefly. I went to school with somebody who was just actually just stinky, but like imported into real life. Like he had the same proportions, he had the same voice, he was tall, skinny, had the same face and haircut. It was just Stinky.
I fucking hate Stinky.
What's the name of their fucking root beer? The Yahoo?
Yoo-hoo.
Oh no, Yoo-hoo's an actual product.
Yeah, it's like Chuck
Oh,
and
it
Milk.
is Yahoo soda.
Yeah, Stinky was the Yahoo kid.
Yahoo soda. Just drink it. You want to talk about weird things in Hey Arnold? I want to sidetrack real fast.
Yeah.
Mr. Wynn is a beautiful country singer.
And he's another pretty damn good parent.
Yep.
He gave up his child for her to have a better life.
Don't. It's so fucking
Christmas
sad.
episode.
So sad. Just keep the simple things. I want the simple things. Mr. Wynn's song was really nice.
Then
I
in the audience while he's singing, "That's right, Oscar. This is how you jerk it." I don't understand. You just put your fist forward and you pull it back.
Kakashka, do you even know how to joke? Of course I do. You sit back while you're covered in peanut butter and say, Susie, help me with this. She goes, no, Oscar, I'm not going to help you. And then you finish. I only work when I hear, no, Oscar. You take me off. Hate Mr. Kakashka.
Get back to the movie. Because I don't want to think about Oscar.
There was a reason why some of these characters only got like 5 seconds of screen time.
He's coming for your toes, Dan.
Like Wynn got
No.
like gypped. Like I could have stand to see more of him, but like like Oscar, it's because he was grouped with Oscar.
And I would argue Wynn's story arc is finished. Like, not adding more to it makes it better.
Fair enough.
It's not necessary lore to him.
Yeah.
But
He's just nice to have around every now and then.
So
Arnold
meets Eduardo, goes on the boat.
They have their partnership,
Yes.
I don't like any of that scene.
their dark dealings with a crazy man.
I really don't like the scene because it feels weird to me. It's like, yes, best friends with your parents, that's fine. If I was 10 years old and with my mother's best friend...
Hold
I'm
on,
not
Cable.
gonna-
Cable. He's 11 in this movie.
Oh, excuse me, that makes all the difference. Listen, I'm an 11-year-old. No matter how fucking close you are with your friend's parent, you shouldn't just be alone being taught to keep secrets because of who they are.
The problem is that this is where the movie has really weird pacing, and it goes a mile a minute.
Fucking Arnold and Gerald have a full fight within 3 seconds of that scene.
Yeah. It's really forced tension, and then and immediately after that is the scene of Arnold and Helga.
Oh my god. You guys talk about Arnold and Helga, I'll be right back.
So immediately afterwards, she's trying to confess her feelings, but it's like, your parents, they're dead, Arnold, get over it, I love you. But he doesn't hear that shit because river pirates.
I think he heard it, but he was trying to hardcore repress it. It's
He's sitting there like, thank God, river pirates.
Oh, thank God that the river pirates are here. I just want to say, we're gonna get to who the river pirates are later on, but so many problems could have been solved had they not worn ski mask.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But
They could have cut out a whole 40 minutes of this movie.
Wait. We need to talk about. So Helga confesses to Arnold. Arnold pretends not to hear it because of river pirates. And then Helga, out of frustration, throws her iconic golden locket into the river and rips up the picture of Arnold.
She looks at the picture, and then Brainy, in full Joey Wheeler mode, jumps over the boat to save Exodia.
Yes. Holy shit.
Brainy is the ultimate bro.
Brainy is it's like he knows he's not gonna get he's not gonna be Helga's girlfriend in the end, but he just wants to do it just cause. He is really just a really good person. I'm just gonna say.
Remember the one time in the show where Helga didn't punch him? He had to punch himself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you remember when Brainy punched himself, right?
Brainy's a good dude in this movie. He's creepy, but in a way, he's kind of just like the male equivalent of Helga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always a good joke. It never feels forced in any episode. It's always funny.
But yeah, anyways, so we need to talk about the river pirates, because shit goes 0 to 60 almost instantly, and it's when ski mask wearing river pirates pull up to the boat and start hacking at everybody with machetes.
There was an actual sword fight on the boat.
There was people actually getting killed. And the ones who didn't, Olga just fucked them to sleep.
I told you guys this when I first watched that movie and I saw them all attacking. I just imagined Olga all right, let's go, you pussies, I can take more of you. Meanwhile, I was getting ready for Curly to beat somebody to death. Like, there's just an extended, like, 18-minute scene of Curly just beating somebody with, like, a live squid until they've died.
So they get out of there. They go through the rapids. The boat crashes. It's all torn to shit, and they're on safety of land.
Oh, also, because he's a fucking joke, Eugene is a balloon for the entire fucking movie because he had an allergy attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use him later on to, like, trampoline onto a higher platform.
He's a prop. Eugene's a prop. He's not a character.
He really is a prop. Also, Sid loses his iconic beetle boots.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Those were a big plot point in the fucking show. That when Sid got those boots, he was happy with himself, and then he loses his boots in the jungle.
Yeah,
it immediately cries.
It is literally just like a 5-second fuck you, or I guess 1 second fuck you to Sid.
They didn't have to take away his boots.
They also took away Rhonda's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rhonda kind of deserves it. Rhonda has
Rhonda's
all that
a
coming
bitch.
to her.
I feel bad for Sid.
Sid, I feel bad for.
Again, Nadine was just having a fucking field day. She was like, "This must be my birthday." Phoebe didn't care. She had Gerald with her. She was like, "It could be worse."
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole scene where Phoebe's just like mad at like Helga's trying to act like superior to Phoebe. Like, Phoebe, you need to follow me, do what I say. I don't talk to single bitches, Helga.
Fucking A. Okay.
Phoebe's great though.
They go through all their shit, and they finally get to the jungle base with the big sign, "Welcome, Niños."
Niños.
Wait.
Okay.
And the Cable, take this one away.
And then entering the base of Eduardo, and who they believe is the Helpers for Humanity group. When I don't get why Helpers for Humanity would need a large spiked fortress group, Eduardo leads them in, and then reveals that he is La Sombra. By pulling off his mustache. And here's where I get mad.
Yeah.
Here's where I get mad. Yeah. He pulls off the mustache to reveal he's La Sombra. They didn't know what La Sombra looked like. He didn't need the mustache.
All the pictures are of Eduardo and his signature mustache.
Oh, okay, but here's the thing: he could have grown a mustache instead.
He had
a skull mask.
Or and those pictures are from 9 years ago. He could have shaved.
Okay. Can we talk about La Sombra for a second? Because
I don't want to. I'm pissed off.
I know you're mad at him. He is one of the funniest fucking characters in this film.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's really funny.
There's an immediate scene with Rhonda where she's just like, "Question, does this fortress have a Wi-Fi password?" "Yes, but I'm not going to tell you." "You monster. How did you guess?"
Change the password to the other one. I love it. Not only that, that's when we also get the reveal of his big plan. The humanitarian field trip thing was all set up by him. There was a 99.9% chance this plan would never have fucking worked.
Yep.
What if the school didn't authorize it?
Yeah. Not only that, it was done for the last day of school, announced 5 minutes before the kids got out of class.
And how did he know Arnold would even do it? He's never met Arnold. How does he know Arnold doesn't care about his parents? Like, whatever, they're dead. I got Grandpa Phil.
This plan should never have worked. It's the stupidest thing ever. Why didn't he just go to America and kidnap a child?
See, that would have been more believable if he had kidnapped Arnold and went to San Lorenzo after that. Because
I want to see him roll up in the tri-state county, going down the street in his riverboat.
No,
just roll up on the house and just kidnap Arnold. He's just on the roof for no reason in a boat.
You know what would have been even better?
Chicken Man brought him there.
Fucking, he rolls into the fucking city to get Arnold on his riverboat, and as he's pulling him away, and it looks like Arnold's about to be kidnapped, Monkey Man and the homeless come and save him.
Monkey Man! Much better movie.
Monkey Man! Wait, what is this? Who is this? You didn't hear? A Monkey Man. And then he just immediately grabs La Sombra with his feet and throws him into the fucking sun.
And the homeless people eat him.
And then Arnold's like, "Monkey Man, you saved me." And he puts a hand on Arnold's shoulder. I only saved you because you saved me once before, Arnold. You will always be my guiding light. Would you become my sidekick? Would you be the chimp child? Monkey Man and chimp child.
From that point on, like you only see Arnold with like a diaper and a red cape.
He just walks around going, ooh, ooh, ooh. Is he Mr. Tiny? From The
Okay.
Simpsons?
Let's not
Yes.
let's not be that harsh on Arnold. Arnold is not Doug.
No, I can't go off on Doug right now.
Stay tuned for when we get drunk enough to watch the Doug movie.
Oh my fucking god! I am not looking forward to that.
I am never doing that. Listen, I am not comparing Arnold to Doug, alright? Arnold has reasons for why he might be a little delusional in the head.
Doug is just Christian.
Doug is like, Doug is an awful person too.
He's delusional as fuck.
Arnold, like we're shit talking Arnold earlier in this movie. Arnold is leagues above Doug.
Like Arnold's the only bad thing about Arnold is that he's just bland.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
He's
his
just a little
only
boring.
flaw.
The only good thing about Doug is pork chop, and that's barely. Because I'll say Abner is way more adorable than pork chop.
Abner could kick Porkchop's ass.
Oh my god. Abner is clutch in this movie.
We're getting to that. Abner disappears after the whole riverboat fiasco too, but Abner comes back. She's a fucking hero. But anyway, they capture the Niños, and La Sombra turns Arnold's like whole naivety against him, making the entire group of students believe that Arnold actually betrayed them. Realistically, no need to do that. You already had the kids. That was just being a dick.
Also, why would they believe this man?
La Sombra was a giant dick, and he loved being a dick. Like
They were early in the movie, like a day beforehand, they were talking about how much they love Arnold, and they immediately distrust him.
Yep.
They're kids. The short term, they don't have object permanence.
Now, to be fair, Helga she wasn't upset with Arnold because of that. She was upset over Arnold because she fucked up and confessed and was super embarrassed about it.
Yeah. Helga's
And
the
she
only one
realizes that.
Yeah.
And Gerald felt weird about Arnold keeping secrets from him, so I can understand Helga and Gerald.
Yeah.
And Gerald was actually the voice of reason. Like, you've known this dude for one day. Why are you keeping secrets with him?
Gerald is just, like, smarter than, like, most other people in the Hey Arnold universe.
That's why he's the lore keeper.
Yeah.
Fucking everybody else was ready to just, like, kill Arnold on a moment's notice. Simmons went crazy.
He taught a bunch of monkeys.
And the reason I'm so hard on Olga is because she goes into prison. She's not fucking upset about being captured. She's just mad that the dudes won't be with her anymore.
Yeah.
But she still uses that against him. She's like, you can't have none of this now.
Well, like, but that's the thing, because she gets sad, but also the dudes get sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they never heel turn to save her. They stay evil.
They're pretty well set in their job, but like...
No, it's because they all probably figure they can get conjugals.
It's true. And she'll do it. She's not going to be happy about it.
She gets
She'll be
attention. She'll do it.
She'll be very begrudging about it.
She's like, look, I'm only going to blow 3 of you at a time, okay?
Now, in terms of... God, can we jump back to one thing real quick?
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't need the mustache.
He did an Abe Lincoln impression.
That was funny. La Sombra Eduardo. La Sombra Eduardo. Abraham Lincoln. I forget what her name is.
Frida
She's very
Kahlo.
famous. Frida Kahlo. You get it.
It's fucking funny.
Oh my god. And the thing is, La Sombra is a title. He could still be named Eduardo, for all we know.
It's on his birth certificate, La Sombra Shortman.
La Sombra Shortman. He was Arnold's brother.
That's why he's pissed off his parents.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's Prison Break.
Yeah, Prison Break. They orchestrate some big stupid thing. They take the keys from a very sleepy guard who's right by them.
Helga beats him with a stapler.
Yeah, Helga gets Gerald on board with breaking them out. Phoebe kisses Gerald and says good luck with everything. And then They orchestrate everything. All the students who hated Arnold 5 minutes ago are now on his side.
Yeah,
I mean,
Harold is actively screaming, "I miss Arnold!"
fucking, like... Again, it was solely just because of Helga just being fucking, like, good. Because she was the one who could... Wasn't she the one who convinced everybody to help out Arnold again?
Yep.
Yeah. So, here's a little interesting thing that's, like, kind of, like, it depends if you want to keep it as a theory or a headcanon or stuff.
Yeah.
The show is called Hey Arnold because Helga's saying Hey Arnold. It's somewhat believed Helga's the protagonist of Hey Arnold.
That
Not
is
Arnold.
extremely believable.
Yeah.
Because I think she's in every single episode. If not, she's only out of a few episodes.
Well, aren't there episodes where Arnold isn't even, like... Well, like, he's in every episode, but, like, he's, like, barely there.
True. So you could argue that this was Helga's movie.
It pretty much
was
shares screen time.
like Arnold like gets his like what he wants, but like again, it's weird to say that the girl who has a crush has a stronger story arc than Arnold, who's trying to reunite with his long lost parents that have been gone for 9 years. But
Because Arnold's is convoluted and stupid.
Helga is, like, believable. Like, you get why she has a crush on Arnold. You get, like, everything, like, makes sense, and then she feels bad because she fucks up,
like,
and then she's mad at Arnold, but then she still wants
They
to
had to
help him.
travel to South America to get mystical treasure to find Furrytopia.
Like, everything that Helga does
That
in this
is what-
movie, like, for the most part, is just wanting, like, Arnold to be happy.
Yeah, and she even acknowledges that I'm in godforsaken South America all for this football-headed idiot. And she still does it.
Yep.
She's not happy about it, but she's still doing it. Like, Helga is... Like, for as angry as people will think Helga is, I have never seen a character more selfless than Helga in a kid's cartoon.
Yeah.
Constantly doing things for him, and she helps others too. She helps Phoebe a lot too.
You
She
know
does.
what I like about it more than, like, how Arnold does things? Helga does it her way. She doesn't pretend to be something she's not.
Oh, yeah. She is a horrible fucking little, like, monster child.
But
She's not even that bad.
Well, no, like,
She's not-
like when she, like, solves problems.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying, like, I like Helga. I get where she's coming from. She is very good, but also she knows how to be a bastard, and that is very helpful in some situations.
she knows when to beat people up.
I was pretty sure she killed that guy with a stapler.
They can't have Helga take life just yet. She's not funny.
He's not dead yet.
Oh my god. But yeah, she did beat somebody with a stapler, and he did fall down.
She left a massive bruise and welt on that man. She beat him unconscious with a
There was a
staple.
staple in his face, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, while Helga and the rest escape, Eduardo planned for them to get out, so that way they could track them with we will get to where this tracking device is on Arnold's person, because it actively pisses me off, because
It's the stupidest goddamn thing.
But while this is going on, they make the kids use a combination of beepers around a cell phone. They MacGyver an antenna to send an SOS message to Bob over in the city to let them know that they need help. And we get one of the most fucked up scenes with Bob and Miriam rushing out.
We're gonna save Olga.
Wait, aren't the kids in South America? Olga!
And they're driving away, and you don't even see them on the screen. You just hear, "Oh, and the other one too."
Oh, yeah, Helga.
They don't even say her name. They forget her name.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Abner comes for Phil and Gertie.
which Gertie can understand him for some reason. They served you shrimp cocktail on the plane.
My favorite scene is Abner getting on the plane by spinning on the wheel. Spin, piggy! Spin!
Well, the snake that's chasing Abner gets, like, rolled up into the wheel, too.
It bites the wheel, and then the snake is just living with Abner now. My headcanon is Abner and that snake are in a relationship together.
The head...
They're both in first class together.
Yeah.
They serve shrimp cocktail, and also we get the best scene with Arnold's grandmother, where she's standing next to Grandpa Phil, and he turns his head away for half a second. Next thing you know, she's in a loaded fucking car, ready to go,
in camo.
In camo, and I think she has like weapons on her.
They get to the airport, and here comes Bob and Miriam. You're still alive?
Yeah. Go figure.
Again, Grandpa Phil, like, he is technically 82 in the context of this movie, but if we're going by his birthday, he's 103. 104. Fucking what the fuck?
Joe is fucking nuts.
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right, so we go with their big save, or we go to Arnold and the group going through the fucking traps. It's just a bunch of jokes about like getting through traps.
Yeah, it's you know, there's really no tension to it too. They just kind of get through the traps. I think they more just want to set up that the traps exist for the next scene that happens with them.
Which is way more fucked up
and funny.
It's hilarious.
Just for a quick little note, Simmons went crazy and was teaching monkeys.
Yes.
But that was it. Simmons really didn't do anything.
No.
The kids orchestrate a plan to fucking capture everyone and like get all the guards locked up, which they put them in the cell, yet don't lock the door, which is how they get back out like 5 seconds later, after fucking Bob, Miriam, Phil, and Gertie come parachuting out, and fucking Gertie does the most work. Miriam, I don't think did anything.
Gertie,
she beat a man with a frying pan.
Gertie was dual wielding machetes.
She was dual wielding.
Phil didn't do anything. He went to the nearest toilet.
Phil went to the
Olga
toilet and
ran up to
accidentally
Bob.
knocked the guy out.
No.
Olga went up to Bob.
crazy
Daddy,
scene.
he was mean to me. I'll kill him.
You forgot about the scene before that, Cable.
With Harold?
No, with Olga. Olga was like part of their plan to escape was her seducing the guards that she already banged.
Yeah, she like flashed full beehole and was like, "Uh-oh, my anus."
Yeah, she flashed it to like one of the other dudes so that the hunky dude would beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, and then like next second later, yeah, no, fuck everybody. My dad's just gonna beat them up.
That's when she runs up to Bob. She's like, "Daddy, that man took my virginity." She looks at her and goes, "Even I don't believe that one."
And meanwhile, Harold's just on a fucking like vehicle, like wrench,
Hitting people in the mouth with a wrench.
Fuck. Who's the bug girl again?
Harold's pretty strong too.
He is.
Nadine was shooting spiders at me.
Nadine killed 2 men. We were talking about this earlier. She shot a poisonous spider into somebody's face. He fell backwards into the forest, presumably died. Then she got more poisonous spiders and had him crawl up a dude's leg.
So, Batty,
Tentacles are dissolved.
I'd like you to indulge me in something if you don't mind.
Yeah.
New headcanon. The place where the green-eyed people are from, it's somewhere on Island D. And that's where the hell they went. And we will eventually meet Nadine in Bugs X Bones, and Tonba will teach her manipulation then.
Okay. I can promise that the Nadine thing, I don't want the green-eyed, like, subplot.
You don't want green-eyed furrytopia with the sleeping sickness?
I don't want those weird children, like, anywhere near, like, my campaign.
They're wearing fucking, fucking parade, like, mascot suits of Arnold.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that.
It's Carnival in Furrytopia.
It's Carnidol.
So
it's kind of dull.
Should we should get to the La Sombra chasing after people, and then we'll get to the green eye.
Oh my god, La Sombra killed like fucking 10 dudes, making them do the traps.
All the ones that went with him, all dead.
So
including
like,
a guy who was previously in Hey Arnold cartoons.
Arnold like had like a thing on him that helped them see his way around the traps, and that's how they were able to get through. La Sombra literally just had his henchmen go first, and they all like systematically died to each trap. The only non-confirmed deaths that there were during that encounter were when he made the 3 henchmen walk in front of him into the rock crushing trap, which you hear their moans afterwards just to like for the writers to be like, oh hey, they're not actually dead, but that implies that they're dying. They're suffocating under those rocks.
That's worse.
That motherfucker fell to his death, and the first one got 3 arrows in the stomach.
Yeah.
They're dead.
There was a man who was died via arrow trap in this movie. You didn't see the wounds, but you saw the arrows sticking out of him.
You also saw his eyes pretty much go in the back of his head.
Yes. Fucked up.
It's the same guy who was beaten with a stapler.
He was having a rough day.
Yeah. Well, I guess he's not having a rough day anymore.
Listen, we'll get to that. Arnold, Helga, and Gerald find their way through the fucking Legends of the Hidden Temple and fall down a hole where they meet furry con children with green paint on their faces.
So it's like Aztec-esque culture of children, but like not Aztec because they're like a hidden civilization.
Cable, no lie, I was almost done with that movie immediately when I saw them.
Yeah. Like
I was ready to call it quits.
It's a rough movie.
It's very rough. I'm like, no, this is too stupid.
Anything with the green, what are they even called? Like the green-eyed people?
They just all have green eyes. Yeah,
they all have green eyes.
I don't want to say the green eyes because that sounds like a racial like slur.
Oh, and they constantly say it. They say it like 100 times in the movie.
The green eyes. I guess I can say it because I technically have green eyes, but.
Yeah, I mean, Arnold has green eyes. We saw it in that gross like zoom in.
Oh, no, wait. That it was through a green lens, so we don't know if they're actually green.
I mean, what color would his eye have to be? Because the eyeball was still white.
Yo, we're not even talking about the stupidest fucking part of this movie. So, the green eyes, ancient civilization of a hidden civilization of like Aztec kids with green eyes, children, they all worship Arnold as their savior.
They've got a fucking messiah complex about Arnold.
He is the chosen one.
Murals of him.
He is the chosen one prophesized.
I swear to God, it couldn't have been dumber unless like one of them walked up and had Arnold on like a rosary, and he's just strung up on a cross.
We save our parents by killing him. We turn to the cross. In 3 days, they will wake up.
I was thinking that they were gonna have to sacrifice Arnold, and they're gonna have
that would explain the whole thing with the corazon, the golden heart.
Yeah, because
Arnold has a heart of gold, which they had to rip out of his chest like Kalimah.
I swear to God, I would have loved it if fucking. They just walk up and then they just start like doing like the church choir chants, but it's like do 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 do.
And then
whoa.
Would it have been better if some of the children were wearing the fruit costumes?
I would have loved it if they were in the banana suits. Well, and then 2 of them were just like, we do this dance for Arnold. I'm crazy.
Do we need to talk about?
Don't hit me! I'll hit me! I'm crazy.
Do we need to talk about the green-eyed princess?
The one with the big Arnold hat?
She didn't do anything except wear a stupid hat.
But here's the thing. So, according to the story, all of the adults in their civilization were
asleep for like 9 years.
Yeah, they were asleep for 9 years because they were infected with the sleeping sickness that Arnold's parents were helping them with.
Which how the fuck do you know about that?
But here's the thing. That girl would have been 2. The leader of the current leader of the civilization, the princess, would have been like 2 fucking years old.
Been dead.
So I have a theory for that, Maddie, and it's really dark, but it's probably accurate.
What?
That girl was the next in line because the previous leader was dead because these kids can't survive for very long without adults around.
She was eaten by like a fucking jaguar or something?
She was fucking sitting there and a condor came down and grabbed her. And then flew off into the distance.
What is a whole unspoken thing where there was another generation of children that all died protecting them?
No, that's wrong, because then where did these new kids come from?
Like, what if they were all just like 2-year-old or newborns or whatever, and they're what's left after the other ones died trying to protect them?
Oh my
How the
god.
fuck are the 2-year-olds like surviving without anybody there? You ever look at a 2-year-old? They can't last very long by themselves.
This movie is fucking dumb. The plot's stupid.
The plot is stupid. I have something to point out, Dan.
Yes.
Okay. No rush on this because this is a podcast and can be out as long as it wants. I just want to point out because it's funny. We are currently an hour and 10 minutes into the podcast, so we have more to say about Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie, than you guys did about Transformers Armada.
And 8 episodes of that too, because we just summed up episode 4 by saying Red Alert is racist. Next episode.
I mean, fair enough.
Like, and we're still not even done with the movie.
We are like barely halfway. Is the sad part about it?
Oh, we're coming to a close on this because we're already at Furrytopia.
Furrytopia, they find out that the parents are afflicted by sleeping butterflies in Princess's Castle, my favorite Dragon Ball movie. Anyway. Fucking...
So,
Arnold has to fucking... You know what? Will you guys permit me to just kind of do something real fast?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to just summarize the rest of this movie in spoilers ahead fashion.
please do. Please do.
Okay.
And so Arnold and Helga and Gerald go to the Sleeping Princess Castle in Butterfly Land and find out that all the adults are the sleeping and they need the magical wake-up powder. But to get it, La Sombra show up and go, "Give me Corazon," where Arnold responds with, "Can't have it." And he immediately looks at them and goes, "Children, I can punt these," before stabbing La Sombra in the arm. But La Sombra is better at stabbing and holds Arnold at knife point as he steals the Corazon and runs out of Sleeping Land. Gerald and Helga follow suit, where La Sombra proceeds to commit another late-term abortion by throwing them off a bridge. Only to be bested by the Corazon after Arnold plays Simon Says with it and opens up the heart, to which it shoots him in the head with a not Arnold dart, causing him to fall off the side of the cliff. And then who should save them all before they fall to their death? Real Eduardo shows up.
It says, but with my very real mustache.
And he looks at them and goes, "Oh, my mustache is real, so you know I'm me. Arnold, your parents are sleeping in the sleeping, and you are the Corazon heart. Wake up." But then La Sombra climbs up and is not dead until he is dead.
He returned to Green Man.
He returned green, to which Eduardo says, "He died as he lived, full of poison." Also, there's a bridge right here. We can get back to the temple. And so
Also,
they cross the bridge.
Greatest line.
They cross the bridge back to Sleepopolis, where Helga proceeds to shove her stalker locket into the machine to turn on the machine and make the machine wake up the parents, to which Arnold tracks down the only white people in the room besides him and Helga, to then have his parents look directly past Arnold and into the camera, into the audience's eyes, and go, "Hey, Arnold."
To which I had an extremely visceral, angry
Dan had an
reaction
aneurysm.
watching this movie.
Fucking Dan went psycho.
I stepped away.
Yep.
They proceeded to have the Festival of Arnold after this, after all the kids who systematically should have died from lack of parental, involvement over 9 years. Helga goes to burgle her treasure that she gave to them, to which Arnold responds with, "You are mean to me, but you were nice to me, so I love you," and then slaps their two weirdly shaped heads together, basically cementing that in the future they're going to have a child with severe brain problems because their skull is malformed. And then Gerald popping in going, "Next scene, y'all!" Because that's all Gerald equated to in this.
Throughout the whole movie, that's really all he did.
Yeah.
They never cover how Arnold, reunites with the rest of his class and gets back to fucking New York.
Oh, Monkey Man saved them.
Monkey Man saved them.
Obviously.
And this will be where we end the spoiler ahead fucking thing, because it needed to be summarized really stupid, but I don't think I got anything wrong with that.
So
Oh, yeah, you had it perfect.
it is really dumb, and I'm glad you did that way. I want to backtrack a bit because there is a lot of dumb bullshit I want to talk about.
Please do.
Okay.
Please.
So, I don't know what I was going to say. God damn it! You got me off track, Cable. Fuck.
Because it's so fucking dumb that you actually have to force your way to remember.
Okay. So first thing I want to talk about: Arnold and Helga kiss at the end. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird. I've been waiting for that bitch for like the past 20 years to get a W.
I thought they kissed in the first Hey Arnold movie.
Did they?
They did, but
By a
it was
lighthouse.
it was more of she played it off as a in the heat of the moment thing rather than an actual confession.
it wasn't like this is cementing our relationship going forward kiss. It was this, I'm going to kiss you because it's the Hey Arnold movie and we need high stakes to happen, but we're going to go back to normal afterwards.
That's when Doug walks past the both of them and goes, I did it first.
It's when Patty pulls off some cellophane on her face. No, you didn't.
Ah, nuts. Oh, nematodes.
Oh, I'm just gonna go make out with Pork Chop again.
Oh.
We'll cover Doug on another day when I'm actively drunk. I don't like thinking about Doug.
Doug is just the poor man's Hey Arnold.
Yo, let's talk about a good Nickelodeon movie for like 5 seconds, and then we can get back to this fucking steaming pile of film. Can we just talk about the Cat Dog movie?
Oh, fuck yo! Oh, we're gonna need to do a podcast over that.
Listen, I don't know how the Cat Dog movie had the same plot as the Hey Arnold movie of them trying to find their parents, yet it was somehow better to find out that their mom and dad were a Yeti and a frog.
Oh, that's because in the Cat Dog movie they went to the jungle to find the city of Humantopia.
Oh, that's right. They met the brown-eyed girl. Where that song "Brown Eyed Girl" comes from.
But yeah, like fucking this sheer stupidity. And Cable, I was so fucking pissed off because I saw this coming like a mile away. I was super hoping they didn't do it, but like earlier in the movie, they made a reference to like, oh, the golden heart will unlock the key to everything and fix everything and make everything better. And the second like that they said that, Helga was clutching her locket. And I was like, holy shit, they aren't gonna do this, are they? They fucking did it! Damn!
Oh my god.
They did it.
And if you think about it, the child of the volcano didn't do anything. Helga.
Helga is the main
Arnold doesn't
character
do
in this
anything
movie.
in this movie.
The only thing that Arnold did was get duped by a pirate, get given a secret MacGuffin that helped him get past traps, and then just stand there for the rest of the film.
Yeah, all Arnold does is it's his story, but everyone moves it for him.
He is the plot MacGuffin of the film.
And he's not even a good one. The whole thing can be rewritten. Like, there's a big glaring plot hole. Well, I hope there is, because if there isn't, then that raises some darker questions. Did Gertie and Phil not teach Arnold about stranger danger?
We already knew that from watching the series.
Like, there's so much evidence that they did not teach Arnold anything
You
about
already
that.
knew how Gertie taught Arnold how to deal with strangers. I just wanted to know what time the bus was coming.
I swear to God.
There are so many random creepy adults that just do nothing but hang around children and Hey Arnold that it's like Hey Arnold should not be like a thing for kids to watch, especially kids who live in like a big city like New York and be like, ha, I'm gonna talk to the crazy pigeon man.
No 10-year-old should be on a first name basis with that many adults.
Yes.
Yeah. Not only that, like,
Hey, short man, my hero Dinos Pomoni lives here now. Why don't you spend time with him?
Go.
the man is actively violent drunk too.
He's a violent drunk in the music industry. For all fucking Grandpa Phil knew Arnold was watching Dino Spumoni do coke off of tits as he shot an intern. I still say Oscar's the worst influence in that house. Like,
Oh
he does
yeah,
not-
Oscar is a fucking travesty.
Between all the weird adults and Gerald's older brother.
I mean, we're talking about Mr. Wynn. Mr. Wynn is pretty alright. Like,
Oh my God.
Sweetheart, I would trust that man.
yeah.
Mr. Wynn is probably the only reason nothing bad happens to Arnold. Mr. Wynn like goes out in the middle of the night with like a newsboy cap and a trench coat and talks to all the adults, leaving them like a $5 bill. You get this $5 bill because nothing happened to Arnold. Something happened to him tomorrow. You get something different than money. You get a meeting with me. I'll kill you. I'll kill you all.
Mr. Green, I still have evidence against you.
Are
You
you
find that I can be very nice, but I can also be very creepy.
are you
Don't
saying
make me
Mr.
kill you.
Wynn is like a retired international hitman or something?
Because there's an international hitman living in the boarding house. Remember, Mr. Smith lives there.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mr. Smith is somebody who we've never seen his face. He gets his meals delivered through like a secret contraption he
right.
has built into the house.
What if Mr. Wynn is just Mr. Smith all along?
I suspect he is just Mr. Smith.
He like underneath his trench coat, he just has a silencer.
You know,
all times.
I'm a little pissed. I'm a little pissed that out of everything we get in this movie, we don't get to see Mr. Smith.
No.
Yeah.
It always remain a mystery.
You can't have everything.
Unless Mr. Smith was Eduardo.
What? Wait, what if?
So Eduardo was actually in the series before.
Yeah,
He was?
they showed his parents too.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, there's actual flashback scenes with the parents and Eduardo.
Yep.
I posted him in general with her giving birth in the jungle.
Yep. And I just want to say, Eduardo is just like a fucking bro.
Eduardo was a bro, but he was like...
He
Oh, also, you find out, like, from La Sombra that Eduardo was the river pirate who attacked them a while back.
yeah,
Eduardo
like,
was trying to rescue the boy.
it's like you guys shouldn't like go on your rescue mission wearing ski mask and like armed with machetes.
The thing about that
Screaming
is,
at the
too,
top of their lungs.
you could have announced who you were and what was going on. They were quiet. They were on a kill first, ask questions later basis.
Okay, so like I'm gonna be real with you guys. I understand why they didn't do this because it's a kids movie, but if you're gonna go on a rescue mission with armed pirates, shouldn't you bring like firearms to aid in your endeavors? Because like all the pirates
it's
had
more
machetes.
horrible. It's more horrible to see these guys get pierced by arrows and poisonous needles.
Yeah.
Also, let's put this out there too for Arnold, Gerald, and fucking Helga. As Eduardo's talking about what happened to La Sombra, they watched La Sombra die.
Yes.
Yeah. They watched him go off the cliff. In fact, Gerald even comments on it. He's like, I really didn't need to see that.
So yeah, La Sombra was pushed off the cliff by I think Eduardo the first time. No, it was by the dart.
Yeah, he got hit in the fucking head with a dart, and they showed the hole.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they showed he was poisoned.
And then he pulled the dart out of his head and tried to kill Eduardo.
He came back up, tried to kill Eduardo, and then he eventually, as he was about to kill Arnold, he died from the poison.
Yeah.
And then fell off
Yeah,
the
he was
cliff
getting
again.
ready-
He fell off the cliff again.
He was getting ready to throw Arnold off the fucking cliff.
Yeah. I was really I know they wouldn't do it. I was really hoping that this was like one of those like remakes that were like in the hands of like some sadistic like producer that doesn't give a fuck about the original series, and like Arnold was just gonna die right there.
Oh, you know what happens? Arnold dies right there, and then because he's always been so good, he gets to go up to heaven. And he's just like, but I'll never get to... And then as the gates open up, he finds out that his mom and dad have been dead this whole time. And as ghosts, they just go...
That's why they were
Hey.
pale on those slabs.
And they just go, hey, Arnold. And they
Fuck
have
you.
him. They put him up in heaven.
Arnold immediately flips them off.
Go to hell, bitches.
Yeah, I think the reason why the riverboat plane also fell for Eduardo is like, he's like, we boarded the boat to save you, but then there was this blonde woman who just overtook us all. We had no strength left.
She trained us.
She fought you? Yes, we're gonna.
No.
We'll say that.
It was. I'd like to call it hand-to-hand combat, but it was something else involving hands. Yeah. Olga's just acting like that fucking undercover cop from South Park when he was at the fraternity house. Like, come on, you pussies, I can fit more of you.
Oh.
Fucking. They all go back and like all the river pirates get arrested. And Olga's like, this was disgusting. Half of them didn't even wear a condom.
Hey, we're at the climax of the movie. We're at the part where everyone's awake, everyone's happy. We get home, it's all a dream.
Oh my god. And this is like, Olga's just weird because she's only like 20 something.
She's 22.
Is she?
In this movie, she is 22.
So that makes everything she did okay.
Yes. In the original series, she was 20.
Fucking A. This movie happened.
This movie did happen. So we're not gonna gloss over the fake out ending, are we?
I mean, it was so unnecessary. So fucking unnecessary.
It was literally to like take a knife into Hey Arnold fans and just stab them one more time before. Like,
I wish if you're gonna do that, don't make it be a fake out. Actually, have it end with him crying.
Yes.
So the movie ends with Arnold getting up and going downstairs and thinking, "Oh no, it was all just a dream. My parents."
Because it was the same exact scenario the day previously. It was like it was 1-for-1 repeat.
And then his parents come walking out like, "We got breakfast," and he's like, "Mom, Dad." And then as he runs up to hug them, he flies straight through them as they float into the sky. Bye, Arnold. Then he wakes up again at the bottom of a ravine next to La Sombra, who's all blue and bloated. And that was the end of Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie.
That's gonna be the end of the Bulu Empire. If Grifter's not careful.
Has Grifter been careful so far?
If Dan doesn't piss me off, rather, I should say.
Well, Darrow died as he lived, full of poison.
Tombo's gonna push you off a fucking cliff if you say that.
You told me to say that!
That doesn't mean you do it. I tell you to do a lot of things.
You do tell me to do a lot of things.
Oh my god. But
oh my god.
My synopsis about this movie is the same of my synopsis of Hey Arnold. Sometimes it's shit, sometimes it's really fucking good, and sometimes it's just meh. This movie, some of the characters were god tier, in between god tier, and just inoffensively, like, boring. So it is good that characters like Harold barely got any fucking screen time.
I would say, final synopsis for me, this movie is the definition of a so bad it's good movie.
Agreed. It's more. I hate to say it's more memorable than the first Hey Arnold movie.
It is. I don't remember anything about the first one. I forgot that Helga kisses Arnold in that movie. But yeah.
If you like Hey Arnold, it's a good little love letter to the series. It's kind of ham-fisted in the way it does a lot of shit, and really a lot of it is just blatant for the sake of we wanted to give you some answers to stuff. That really, I don't think questions people were asking in the first place. But
it's stupid. The plot's stupid. They didn't put much effort into it. But hey, there's a lot of legitimately funny like jokes in it.
All right. So my final take: the scene where Arnold went to the swamp to find nematodes was pretty boring. But then they went to the Beats concert.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Shut up! Shut the fuck up, dude! I will wring your fucking goddamn neck. Fuck you.
All right, I think let's end it on Batty wringing Dan's neck. Thank you for listening to us rant for a little while. We'll cover another movie, TV show, or something to come back. I forget what we actually call this. Isn't this? That's probably canon.
It's probably canon.
That's probably canon. Bye.
Still getting used to doing this. Bye, everybody.
Bye.